Welcome to the Rani Chennamma University, Belgaum, BSc 5th Sem Physics Paper 1, Power Supply, Session 35. This session 35, it consists of ripple factor, peak inverse voltage, transformer utilization factor, and voltage regulation. Where in the session 34, we have studied the unregulated bridge rectifier and the efficiency of the rectifier. The learning objective of this session is to find ripple factor, peak inverse voltage, transformer utilization factor, that is TUF, and voltage regulation of unregulated bridge rectifier. So to understand those things, so we need some prerequisites. That is a rectifier. What is nothing but a rectifier and types of rectifier? Full wave bridge rectifier, DC value of load current or voltage, and RMS value of output current. Here, rectifier is an electronic device which converts alternating voltage into a direct voltage, that is AC into DC. There are two types of rectifier that we have already studied in the session 34, half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier, it converts only half of the input AC voltage into unidirectional pulsating voltage. Whereas a full wave, it converts both the half of the input AC voltage into a unidirectional pulsating voltage. Here, the efficiency of the half wave rectifier, it is half of the full wave rectifier. So we used a full wave rectifier to convert AC into DC. Then a center tapped full wave rectifier, it is a one type of a full wave rectifier, and the bridge rectifier, it is another type. There are two types of full wave rectifier. In case of center tapped full wave rectifier, we have used two diodes and center tapped transformer. And in a bridge rectifier, we have used the four diodes, and we are not using the center tapped transformer. So the compared to the center tapped transformer, bridge rectifier, it is used in the power supply. Now let us see the unregulated full wave bridge rectifier. Here it consists of four diodes. They are connecting in the form of a bridge. D1, D2, D3 and D4. D1 and D3 are in the one direction and D2 and D4 are opposite direction to that of D1 and D3. Here A and C terminals are connected to the secondary of the transformer, where primary of the transformer is connected to the AC mains. And then B and D terminals are connected to the load, where we are going to take the output voltage. For a input voltage, we get the full wave, that is, it will rectify both the half of the input signal. So therefore, for 0 to pi and pi to 2 pi, we get both the halves, but it is in the unidirectional. The current flowing in RL is same direction. So therefore, we get a unidirectional pulsating voltage will get. Now, this is for a positive half of the input signal, the first figure, and the second figure is for a negative half of the input signal. So by combining these two, we get a full wave rectifier. As we have seen a mathematical analysis, the input voltage of the AC wave is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. And Vm is a maximum voltage, that is a peak input voltage. With respect to V, the current flowing through the circuit from 0 to pi Here I is equal to Im sin omega t. And from pi to 2 pi, if the theta is between pi to 2 pi, then the current is flowing in the reverse direction. That is from downward to upward. So therefore here it is a I is equal to minus Im sin omega t, where Im is a maximum current flowing, and that is equal to Vm divided by RL plus Rf, where Rf is the dynamic forward resistance of the diode and RL is the load resistance. And also this DC value of output current, that is IDC, that is also known as an average value of output current, and that IDC is equal to 2 Im by pi, and RMS value of output current, that is IRMS, equal to Im by root 2. So we are using these two, that is IDC and IRMS, to find the ripple factor and the voltage regulation. Now let us see the peak inverse voltage. It is the maximum reverse voltage which the rectifier has to withstand during the non-conducting period. That is, when the diode becomes a reverse bias, when it is in the non-conducting period, the maximum reverse voltage is withstand in the diode itself. So therefore, this is the peak inverse voltage, and that is equal to Vm for this full wave bridge rectifier. So here, during a negative half cycle of the input, the diode is under reverse bias. So the output voltage across RL is almost zero. Then the entire input voltage is across diode only. The voltage is maximum when input voltage is maximum. If the reverse voltage across the diode exceeds this peak inverse voltage, the reverse current increases suddenly and it produces heat. So due to this, junction may break. Thus, the peak inverse voltage plays an important role in the rectifier. So it is ensured that the reverse voltage across the diode should not be exceed the peak inverse voltage during negative half cycle. Therefore, the peak inverse voltage of this for a full wave bridge rectifier is Vm. For a half wave it is Vm, and for the full wave center tapped rectifier it is 2 Vm, where in case of bridge rectifier it is only Vm. Now, ripple factor. Ripple is nothing but it is the presence of AC component in a DC output component is known as ripple. That is, the AC component in a DC output component is nothing but a ripple. And the ripple factor is the ratio of RMS value of AC component to the value of DC component. So mathematically, this ripple factor is representing with the symbol gamma, and that is equal to VAC by VDC, and that is equal to VAC of RMS divided by IDC. We get the ripple factor. But here we are going to substitute IRMS is equal to square root of I square DC plus I square of the AC component. So by taking IAC outside, it becomes a square root of IRMS square minus IDC square. So therefore, by substituting these values, that is a IRMS and that is IDC, here we get that is a ripple factor, that is gamma is equal to square root of IRMS by IDC whole square minus 1. If we substitute the value of IRMS, and that is equal to Im by root 2, and IDC, that is the DC value of current, is equal to 2 Im by pi. After substituting this value, so Im it will get cancels, and for a full wave rectifier, the value of ripple factor is equal to 0.48. Now, let us see the voltage regulation. The voltage regulation, nothing but, is the ability of a rectifier to maintain constant output voltage irrespective of variation in the load resistance. Here, without any variation in the load resistance, so how much of voltage it is to be regulated. So therefore, this voltage regulation, that is VR, is equal to VDC of no load minus VDC of full load divided by VDC of full load. So therefore, it is the VNL minus VFL divided by VFL into 100, because we are going to measure the voltage regulation in terms of percentage. Then after substituting the value of VDC, as VDC with a no load, it is equal to 2 Vm by pi, and VDC with a full load is equal to IDC into RL. So by substituting these two values, we get the percentage of regulation is equal to RF by RL into 100. And then transformer utilization factor. Here, transformer utilization factor, it is defined as the ratio of DC power available at the load register to the AC rating voltage of the secondary of the coil of the transformer. Here, so how much of transformer is utilized is depending upon the, in case of full wave rectifier, uh, that is transformer utilization factor for a primary, it is 2 times to the transformer utilization factor of half wave rectifier. As the transformer utilization factor of half wave rectifier, it is a 0.287, that is nearly 0.3. Now, this transformer utilization factor of secondary is DC load power divided by AC rating of transformer secondary, that is equal to PDC divided by, say, PAC, and here it is a VRMS into IRMS. And then by substituting these value, we get the transformer utilization factor of secondary is equal to 0.812, and for full wave rectifier, it is a sum of transformer utilization factor of secondary and primary is considered to be as an average transformer utilization factor, that is transformer utilization factor of a primary plus transformer utilization factor of a secondary divided by 2. So after substituting these two values, we get for a full wave rectifier, that is percentage of transformer utilization factor is 69.3. So in this session, we have studied the full wave bridge rectifier. There we have studied the ripple factor, peak inverse voltage, voltage regulation, that is a percentage of voltage regulation, and transformer utilization factor. These are the few references that you can follow. Thank you.